Stonebwoy finally replied to Tinny.
Big respect to Tinny. Whatever made him say that, I think his reason that he added to the interview at the time that I didn't call him before or after, I think is flawed. I've been knowing that a lot of people don't like me. I've been knowing, but I don't take it to heart. I can point and beat my chest that I'm one person who doesn't talk love, but I show a lot of love inside.
No sleep,
wake up. It's your boy Danny was saying, if you see me on your screen, I bring you guys the latest gossip around the world and in Ghana. Me, I know they want peace. I don't want violence.
And we won't tolerate peace on this ground. Never.
Alright, so Charlie, this matter no after the Stonebwoy replied to Tinny. Stonebwoy finally replied to Tinny. He went to Hit FM with Andy Dusty and he explained everything that happened there. And Charlie, he felt disappointed. Let me play you the interview for you guys to watch.
Like you said, it was right here. I was seated where Bulldog is sitting. Sorry, Bulldog. I'd finished from Joy, so I just wanted to hail the two brothers and run away. Because, me, I really, they shy interviews and that, but people don't know. So I say, make I hail them and run away. So say, oh, you don't go come, we do already that. So by the time I got in here, they were talking about an issue already on radio. I was not really paying attention. Right. But before I sat, I had to see the video back to be sure, that's to be able to. So before I sat, the conversation had gone to a point where Chega just threw it to me and be like, oh, so if somebody pay something around those ends, oh, Stone, like this one, if you go fee, you go nice. So that's how he presented. I'm like, yeah, why not? Because before I start, I remember hearing something about Tinny. So I'm like, why not? And I think I must have. I didn't really even pay attention to what it really was, if the amount. So I was, but irrespective, a boss would be saying, I'm saying, oh, why not?
So you didn't even know how much money was involved.
So the video is there. The video is there. Sometimes when you talk that thing, you forget some things. Me especially, So the video is there. So bang. I just sat down and then the guy, and then I said, yes, why not? So I think the guy wanted to continue to talk and explain. And I said, no, that one I don't know about it. But the forward way they need, specifically like that, where it's, oh, boss, if you say so, the other. Okay, so I said, then we're going to leave the money with Don Chega so that you can come and pick it up.
Right.
God knows. At that time, I had settled in already. I didn't even say, oh, I go send you. There are some ways that you can say things that would mean that you want to take shine off of the thing. So I said I would leave it with Don Chega so that you come and collect. There was nothing relating to Tinny. At that point, I didn't forgetting about whose issue it was. Honestly, done. We went out there. I used the ATM. I left it behind, and I know we left it. Further on, I saw a lot of news. I chanced upon a few that I wouldn't even retweet because it will sound some way or it feels some way when somebody sees it. Because we have fans who are really happy when we do some of these things and use it against other people, But I don't condone that level. So time passed, and then when I heard, I think it was Hagler who sent me the video. Have you seen this? Mahaka? I'm like, hey, what is loading? Make us see what it be. So when I saw it, I was like, me, I'm not really surprised about school. And then it fled in the news. It's all over. But it's a real effect. I really felt sad because I've been knowing that a lot of people don't like me. I've been knowing, but I don't take it to heart. I still manage to do me. I'll be honest. In this industry, I've faced my fair share of hatred. I think it's generally because people have their own fears and have their own scars that, it's only reflecting on other people, where it's really not supposed to be. You see, Tinny is somebody I've respected, irrespective of knowing his stance, when it comes to a few things, we still have to respect him because it's based off on their fabric that we're here today. You know what I mean? It's based off on other people's fabric that they came. Still is going to be based off on our fabric that other people will come. That thing is something I really, really need to for people to pay attention to, especially artists. Like, no matter how new, big, fresh you get, you have to have that understanding that people have built that block to a point. So I never put dirt on people's name without any cause, because we are all humans, So when Tinny just went on that hard, it hit me, because see somebody with an open heart and that, but I didn't take it too deep. It only now closed it for me where he really stands. Maybe when you see a tweet or two and it's all vibes, but now you understand that, look, this guy didn't even take time to check it. And you could have called me before, you could have no, like, bro, I was just walking and I saw something I could deal with and I dealt with it. And even so, I had to thank the guy. I'm like, you could have chosen not to accept. Right. When he thanked me on air, I said, no, thank you too, because you could have said no. That whatever you have in mind, you are pushing it. Maybe you want it to go to and the thing is with the police. And if somebody says something is with the police, I think it is believable, Kakra. Because a police force is a legal institution. You can't just lie on police and say the thing is there. So that was one thing that made me know, say, even if I had to think on my toe, it is true a situation to deal with. You know what I mean? If it wasn't a police now, or can I say, and a land guard be an EBBA, instantly I know, so this, we for wait, make we check if it's a credible situation. So big respect to Tinny. Whatever made him say that, I think his reason that he added to the interview at the time that I didn't call him before or after, I think is flawed. It doesn't warrant for you to, squeeze me in such a manner to insult my intelligence, when I think that we owe you guys the respect, at least, just like other people should owe us the respect to also. But this is what you face, bro. I'm telling you. There's a lot of talk love, but there's no action. I can point and beat my chest that I'm one person who doesn't talk love, but I show a lot of love inside and within. I'm very honest. There are so many things that you don't hear, you won't hear. But when you get to hear them, then you give me my stone. Any Stonebwoy anyway. Yeah, but people talk love, they don't show love.
So according to Stonebwoy, Uncle studio, he was about to leave. And he decided, oh, since we're about studio, the uncle standing down before. Because so cool around studio, when actually, I'll take some more time in one thing. So one of the presenters there, had the questions me to all this. We need to name straight say, oh, Tinny, the old people, then this thing. Also, how the team go there, they look down on other artists you have. So you just listen to. If you guys watch my previous video now, I explained everything. It's the same thing he came to talk. Same thing of that kind. I was going to know one person will be doing for phone master. So as the guy talks, say it be police matter. No, he say nobody feel like put police them at top. If like Obi can say, oh, Langard and we are no say yeah, he go work them, he go work for the credit source. But the Paconica police, and actually, this one is a legal case. So he decided to settle the person. And look, I was saying to you, one funny serious. He just talks say, oh Charlie, you make me settle him. So say the case go, or person kill the case, or person very long talk, so make good Tinny in the mercy. So that be the reason why he paid for Tinny. But secondly, your son can say he has lost respect for Tinny because he really not Charlie or respected Tinny because the way he like or Kasa, it wasn't in his right mind, Charlie. I said I'm Tinny soon now, Charlie. Most of these artists can like Safo DNA, Stonebwoy, then also that I'm Tinny Moso. So Sasun Abena Momoso, which is the current musician that the young ones will look up to. So if Uko Studio naturally Uko Yaya, what would the young ones or also almost imagine? Right, you guys just say Tinny, right? You worry Stonebwoy, right? You make Stonebwoy lose in trust issues. So what the show says, Stonebwoy goes studio where he hears say something that happened to him brother man and start with day money they pay because of this kind of disrespect he got from Tinny, bro. So Tinny no really forced. Alright guys, I want to make you talk me your mind how you guys they see this case because how Stonebwoy they talk when you say they really feel bad about this issue. So I did they lose trust with most of the artists, not just Tinny, most of the artists because them all they show fake laugh. So I want to know you guys your mind about this case. If what Tinny did Stonebwoy was Charlie right thing to do, if Stonebwoy should have asked Tinny first before send on no claim before paying the money and stuff. I won't know your mind. Alright, so I'm done for today. My name is Danny Watson. I beg, permit you guys see the subscribe button. Subscribe, man, subscribe. I'll be bringing you more updates on Twitter, live in GA, and all around the world. I'm out.